So I'm sure you guys already know about it, what's going on and what's been happening. But we just had a clash between two of the world's most powerful men, in Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And it's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. Them going back and forth with tweets. I mean, Musk is honestly wild. If we being honest, like Musk is actually wild. Like for the things that he's been saying and the tweets that he's been putting out. Musk is honestly one of those guys or one of those friends that you don't want to be like your op, because he will just out everything and put everything, like all your business out there. If y'all had like that type of relationship where you was telling your business. But yeah, yo, I'm down 7 bands on the week. That's crazy, bro. Like 7 bands on the week. And you know what's crazy about it? The crazy thing about me being down $7,000 because of this feud between these two is I just started talking about my plays, and a lot of my plays and a lot of my strategies was revolving around Tesla. So it's like, yo, why y'all decide to do this as soon as I start posting my videos on my strategies, and my strategies gotta do with you, Elon? What's good? Like, what's good? Like, man, it's tough. It's tough, but yo, we gonna roll with the punches. We always adjust. I'm gonna show y'all like how we, adjust and what we do in the portfolio and everything. But yo, that little $7,000 that I'm down is a drop in the bucket of what's really going on with this country. Like, if you guys didn't know and you're living under a rock, we are in a debt crisis. To start this year out, we was $36 trillion in debt, and I think it's now at $37 trillion. We pay $1 trillion in interest yearly. That's insane. The system is completely unsustainable. So, Elon Musk's problem is pretty much, he walked away from his company, or he kind of walked away from his company for a little bit to join the Doge efforts to save money on that end of things. And I think he had projected to save over $1 trillion, but he severely underperformed on that. I think they're around the $1 billion mark, the low $1 billion mark. So they didn't even come close to the $1 trillion that they was gonna find in fraud, waste, and abuse. So, but he took a big hit, with his companies. Like, half the country is against him with him trying to join the Doge efforts. And although I do think he did have good intentions, it just didn't come off as that. And Elon is the type of person that he just kind of, he's not really a people person. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he doesn't seem like a people person. So, man, it's a lot. And like him going back and forth with Trump, this done cost him $34 billion within the span of 3 days. I'm down to 7, but it costed him like $34 billion within his shares. Like, yo, so I'm hoping some type of good news coming up. Yo, we got a lot of things coming up. But yeah, basically Elon Musk's problem with the bill is that he joined the Doge efforts to try and stop fraud, waste, and abuse, and he feels like his efforts were for nothing because they're not cutting a lot of the spending within the big beautiful bill, which is Trump's bill. They're not cutting the spending like how they said they was going to be cutting spending. Instead, they're kind of in a way increasing our national debt, which is kind of controversial. I'm on the fence about it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Drop a comment. Like, do you feel like they're increasing the debt? Do you feel like they're not increasing the debt because they saying that they're not factoring the revenue from tariffs that Trump is going to be placing on the country? So that's going to compensate for different things, and we're going to be able to grow our way out of the debt, which I can kind of see, but it doesn't seem too promising, which is why there's so many Republicans like fighting. Like, this is like really a Republican problem. Like, Republicans are going at each other, trying to figure out different things to change the bill. But maybe like Elon Musk efforts could be for the better. Like, maybe they end up changing the bill to make it a little bit more suitable. But Elon Musk is looking at things from a business perspective, and that doesn't necessarily work when it comes to this political stuff. He's really a businessman at first. He's the richest man in the world, but he's thinking business wise, and he kind of overstepped thinking he had the power of the president, and that's what's kind of putting him at odds. But so he's been trying to, I think he is trying to make efforts to talk with Trump, but I heard that Trump is not necessarily, too fond on talking to him or speaking to him right now. But yeah, we have this big, the biggest problem we have is this debt. And here's how they said they was going to solve for that.
There's two ways out of this debt crisis. There is cut, but that's limited to the spending that's there. But there's also open up the right tail of the economy, make America rich again. And that goes to Dagan's point about tax cuts. There are 7 million working age men in America who are not working. So Jackie, when you come out and say no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, what you do is you raise the real wages, the take-home pay of millions of folks who are saying, under the Biden economy, I didn't want to work because I didn't want to be taxed to death. And so that's actually how you grow our way out of the situation. You don't get rich by bringing down your spending to zero. You get rich by doing that in combination with bringing more folks into the economy, increasing job growth, increasing tax receipts. It has to be a comprehensive approach between spending cuts and also reviving the economy and bringing workers back to the table.
And they talk about, the Democrats say that it's all about tax cuts for the rich. It's tax cuts for small businesses. It's tax cuts for the working class person who then is going to go reinvest that back into our economy.
So yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think. Do you feel like their solution for how they're going to solve this debt crisis, do you think it's going to be something that we can rely on, fall back on, and we can like really put our trust in? Or do you feel like, they just talking and, like I got to see how it plays out, but it's a lot. We do have a big problem with this debt, although I do feel like the bill is going to help a lot of people, and people saying different things. People saying that it's going to be cuts to Medicaid, it's not going to be cuts to Medicaid. It's all yet to be seen. We gotta really wait around and see what's going to happen, and just really trust the process, trust what's going to happen. But yeah, I definitely do feel like Musk's way of doing things and how he went about this whole situation was completely wrong. He kind of went on a rant like a little kid, and it really doesn't show that. It really takes away from him being a good businessman. Like I said, he's not really a people person. He is a businessman, but you kind of don't throw rants like that online, especially on your own platform and in such a public way. And it just makes us a laughable country to these other countries, like opposing countries like China. It's just like, damn, y'all got problems like this. Two of the most powerful men, and y'all just fighting with each other. Y'all just best of friends, kicking it with each other. Like, it just looks bad overall. But yeah, that's my take on it for real. Like, man, do you guys feel like Tesla's gonna have a nice pump up this week? It's been last day on the market. Friday we did have a green day, so it did kind of recover a little bit. So I'm not down fully on $7,000 anymore, but it did bloom up to $7,000 throughout this week because of this feud. But we still gonna roll with the punch. We're gonna adjust and do what we gotta do. Hopefully we get some good news. We do have a lot of trade talks, trade deals coming up. The deadline, I think it was July 9th, if I'm not mistaken. We do have a lot of things coming up, so hopefully we get some good news and I recover and recoup all of the money that I was down on. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys stay tuned. We got our $1,000 weekly deposit coming up after this video. I dropped this video, so our $1,000 weekly deposit is gonna be next. So y'all stay tuned, tapped in for that. If you guys want to get in contact with me, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram. If you felt like this was a nice video, you want to offer some insight or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, turn on your post bell notifications, and it's tapped in with O'Neil. And I'm signing out.